Sir Marvin, halimbawa, wala po akong balak kunin yung pera within 5 years. Pwede bang indiretso until 10 years or more? You cannot. Only a 5-year duration, meaning after 5 years, you would have to renew it. When I say you have to renew it, you have to apply for another 5 years, but it can be placed again on an investment. It does not mean after 5 years, hindi mo na siya pwedeng invest. You can still reinvest it. Being that I'm a practitioner, that I share most of the things that I actually do, it wasn't something that I've been transparent that I really I didn't have any investments in MP2 over the past years, but I had some time during the Christmas break to actually study it, and that's why I created a video on it. My first verdict, my first analysis on it was, it's a good investment, especially for people who don't have the time to watch their investments. It's a good investment, especially for people who want to take less risk but still want to earn more than what time deposits are giving you, than what savings accounts are giving you, than what bonds are giving you, and what some common and preferred stocks that are giving you dividends are giving you as well. There were some questions that if it's 7%, the stock trading, stock investing is still better than it. Don't get me wrong. Of course, if your goal is growth, your goal is to get a higher amount of money, then stock investing and stock trading will still crush it. However, there are a set of people that want steady cash flow. There also want stability, that they don't want the volatility. They don't want to wake up not knowing what will happen to their investments. So if you're the type of person you're okay to take the risk, you're okay to take volatility, then the stock market is still one of the best ways to grow your money. The broad majority of people still want relatively conservative investments, something that doesn't move as much but still want to have a greater return, then MP2 is for you. Please remember, there's no such thing as an investment that fits all. It has to be tweaked to who you are, what your risks are, and what you would want to get as well. That's why I keep telling you, instead of just watching the videos, you actually execute, you actually try it. Because the only way for you to be able to know if Pag-IBIG MP2 will work for you is if you actually try. If you don't try it, this will all just be concepts. You have to try, you have to execute, you have to be a practitioner, so that you don't just decide based on what other people tell you, you decide based on what you've seen right before your very eyes as well. Then there were questions saying that it's too low, it's not for people who want to have a good return. Please remember this, the term low and good is very subjective. To someone who has 10 million pesos, please remember that you can put as much as you want here. For someone who has 10 million pesos, getting 7% is already good. Imagine 7%, 700,000 passive for the rest of your life is amazing already. To address also the question about the 7% dividends, please remember, since it's dividends, it's not fixed. People think that it will be 7% every year forever. Not really. The past years lang, they gave above 8%, then they gave above 7%. So 2016, 2017, 2018, the 2-year period, as disclosed in their website, is around 7.6%. So which is still decent. It's pretty good, especially for something that's fixed, especially for people who want just a passive return on what they actually have on their investment. So it's decent enough, but please remember this, it will still be dependent on their performance on that particular year. So on years where Pag-IBIG really got a lot of loans, people not just took loans, got new loans, and actually paid for it, the dividends will be higher. But we don't know what the loans will be 5, 10, 15, 20 years from now. We don't know how the performance will be 2, 3 years from now as well. For those who follow me and invest in the stock market, that's why fundamental analysis is very, very, very important, because at least you will have a sense on what's happening on the general economy. Like, as you all know, there's a backlog. There's a backlog on housing. There's more people who need houses than the houses that we have as well. What does that mean? There's an expectation that loans will still be there. There's an expectation that people will still use Pag-IBIG because they still need to have a house. Please remember, one of the greatest need and want of Filipinos is to have a house, to have shelter. The thing about that, people need a house, a roof over their head. That being said, until that's still the narrative, you can still expect a lot of people to take out loans from Pag-IBIG, and you can still expect that narrative that 70% of the revenue from loans will be given out as dividends for MP2. Now, more questions. This was from Eloisa Tolentino. She said, "Thank you for talking about MP2 as added info. May I share that MP2," and you have to know this, guys, is open to retirees. So it's not just for people who are working, but it's also open to retirees as long as you have been a previous Pag-IBIG member for the past 2 years. So 2 years entering Pag-IBIG, that also qualifies it, no? Not everyone can enter into this. You need to be a Pag-IBIG member first and at least 2 years. Next, in terms of funding, and this is one of the most amazing things about it, is you can fund your investments, especially if you dictate what you want to put on a regular basis on your own. You can do it online, you can do Gcash. That's so amazing about it. You can do it wherever you are because the internet has changed everything. Now, another question is this. Is there a way to have it changed via salary deduction option? If yes, can I still transfer money via Gcash, not coming from my salary? I think if you want to do it via salary deduction, better consult your HR. They're in a better position to be able to answer you. But there were some feedback and comments that I got also that not all companies provide this type of service. So if you want to take control of your own destiny and you want to develop that own discipline, you can do Gcash as well and you can transfer it also online. So there. Another thing, how can you monitor it? Guess what, guys? There is a way on how you can monitor it. It's via virtual Pag-IBIG'S, just a web browser. You can do it and you can watch it and you can monitor your funds online. So now, there's no excuse anymore. If you live in a distant island, you live out of the Philippines, you are an OFW, you are a migrant, you are not in the Philippines anymore, you can still track it and you can still monitor it as well. There's a feedback also from Advika. There's a question, baka it's too hard to open it. Her experience is this. It only took her a few minutes to set it up, under 5 minutes to set up everything and fund it. It's so easy to do it because of the internet. So, another question from Arlene Felipe. Arlene resigns from her job. Can she still fund her MP2? Yes, you can. You can voluntarily put it in. As long as, again, you are still a Pag-IBIG member, it will still work. So there are a lot of people who are voluntary members of Pag-IBIG, meaning they're not employed, but they're just voluntarily contributing for it as well. Janet Langkamon asking, hi Sir Marvin, thanks for this. You're welcome. Very informative. I just want to ask, is it compulsory to add money every month into our account since you are a member? What happens if there's a month that you're not able to give a contribution? Thanks in advance. Of course, if it's salary deduction, anytime you have a salary, it automatically is deducted already, similar to what happens to your Pag-IBIG, similar to what happens to your SSS. So it's out already on a monthly basis. So that's one thing. By the way, for those who are asking about SSS naman, I think they have also their own investment fund. Comment below if you want me to make a video on that about SSS. Comment below also if you want me to pit Premio bonds versus MP2, which is better. Comment below if you guys like it. I'll make a video on it. Comment SSS if you want me to prioritize that first, or comment MP2 versus Premio bonds if you want me to do that. Anyways, you are an employee, of course, automatically it gets salary deducted on a monthly basis. It's there. But if you're doing it voluntarily, meaning you're the one issuing it by yourself, of course, no problem na. It's not compulsory. You don't have to add it on a regular basis. As long as the minimum is 500 pesos, as long as you put 500 and increments of 500 every time you put an investment in. So meaning January, February, March, April, you have extra money, put in the 500. Then May, medyo nagipit, nagkaroon ng problem, you can stop it. You're not obliged to put it. It's not like an insurance policy where you have to put a specific amount on a regular basis. I hope that answered your question. Jasmine Ambola, Sir, pwede po ba mag-invest sa MP2 kahit di government employee? Of course, as long as you are a Pag-IBIG member, you can do it. I'll put the link below on how you can enroll online. A lot of people have been saying, malayo ako sa consulate, malayo ako sa Pag-IBIG office, malayo ako sa embassy. I'll put the link below where you can sign up and be an MP2 member wherever you are in the world. After signing up, of course, you need to know your Pag-IBIG number for you to be able to do this. But after you signing up, again, you can fund it via Gcash, via bank. So it's easy for you to do it at anywhere, at any point in time, and wherever you are in the world. Another question. I don't have Pag-IBIG MP1, but I am a Pag-IBIG member. Can I invest in Pag-IBIG MP2 even if I don't have MP1? Please remember this. If you are a Pag-IBIG member, automatically you are being deducted and that makes you a member of MP1 already. So as long as you are a Pag-IBIG member, you can take advantage of MP2. By the way, it's not just Gcash, also PayMaya as well. So it's multi-platform already. This works, this is winning. Anyways, Sir Marvin, halimbawa, wala po akong balak kunin yung pera within 5 years. Pwede bang idiretso until 10 years or more? You cannot. It's only a 5-year duration, meaning after 5 years, you would have to renew it. When I say you have to renew it, you have to apply for another 5 years, but it can be placed again on an investment. It does not mean after 5 years, hindi mo na siya pwedeng invest. You can still reinvest it. And here's the thing, you can create multiple accounts, meaning on year 1, create one account for 5 years. On year 2, you can create another account which will run again for 5 years as well. So you can create multiple accounts with the Pag-IBIG. I don't know what will be your reason and what will be your narrative also when this happens. For those who are asking if you can create multiple accounts for this, it's possible as well. By the way, there were questions, can this be something for your emergency fund? Can this be something also if a breadwinner passes away? Comment below if you want me to talk more about that as well, because I can make another video talking about the applications of it in terms of protection as well. The biggest upside of this is you get passive income, it's tax-free, and then you get to have it compounded as well on a regular basis. So I hope you guys got a lot from this. I hope that this is something that added tremendous content to all of you. If you want to know more, the life protection, the hedging, or risk management option for MP2, comment below so I can make another video on this. Or if there's something that I haven't addressed yet in this video, please comment them below as well, and I'm gonna make another video on that. If you think this is something that's a bit scary for you, you don't have to enter something that you're not comfortable investing into. Never invest into something just because I say it. Invest into something because you know it works for you. Invest in something because you know you've studied it. Invest in something because you know this is a surplus of the things that above and beyond your savings, above and beyond your emergency fund, above and beyond other things that are relevant to you, especially in your operational budget as well. Because at the end of the day, no one should force you on where you should invest. You should decide on where to invest based on your own narrative, based on what you know and based on what you're comfortable at. On this channel, so much options: stocks, bonds, REITs, ETFs, CFD, gold, business, entrepreneurship, real estate. I am creating as much avenues because I just want this generation to be one of the greatest generations ever in terms of investing. I want our generation to be remembered as one of the turning points in our history, that a lot of people became rich because we are a people that will decide that we won't wait for things to get better. We will make things better because we decide today to win. We decide today. It will be entrepreneurs, it will be investors who will shape the future. And I'll never stop doing this. I'll never stop doing this videos because I know it all starts with about changing the way people will think. And I hope this is helping you. If it does, please comment below. I want to hear your feedback as well. For those who want to learn via reading, the links are down below as well for my books on Shopee. So I guess that's it for now. If you want me to talk about any other topic as well when it comes to investing, just comment them below and I'll try to make those topics for you. It's time that we populate YouTube, we populate social media with things that will help people learn more, not just be entertained, but be also educated. I guess that's it. That's the heart of this channel. It's not so easy to create as much videos as possible, but I keep doing this because I believe that we all deserve better. So that's it for now. This is Marvin Germo. I hope this video helps you trade well, trade strong, trade smart from Manila. See you all again soon, guys, and God bless you all.